Welcome, everyone, and glad to have you with us from Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. Hockey and all of his friends ready to go and amped up for what we have in store. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the LSU Tigers taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So South Carolina's offense takes the field. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Sanders. Tackled immediately after the catch. And the Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Jacobs. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Nice play design on that one. You make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating his guy and making an accurate throw.
Wonder if they'll throw it again after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 49. They'll run the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. To the air, it's Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that receiver, he knew he had to get his head turned around quickly. He's running the curl route against zone coverage, but he knows his quarterback is going to be firing that ball into him. It's a rocket pass. He's able to make the catch and get the first.
He'll pull it down and run. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Thrust that arm out. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Safe completion on the screen. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking to throw. Makes the catch. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And how about the job by this offense? This is not a scrub defense. This is a top 10 defense in college football. You got to take points whenever you can get them. Nice job putting the drive together, putting 6 on the board. No matter how it looks, you just got to keep fighting with this squad.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Tigers offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
LSU doing what it always does when they're really good, moving the ball on the ground.
Yeah, trying to find that physicality. They get so many great players across the country. LSU has the pick of people in Louisiana. Everybody wants to come there, and you can tell they always find great talent, and they're always able to run the football.
LSU right back to the line.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember,
oh, the ball's on the ground. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They go to the ground. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Getting some heat. That's reeled in. It's Daniels. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. From the gun. Give on the inside. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. To the ground with the back. Pull down after a gain of 5. It's at the 9-yard line.
I think you run that play on 2nd down knowing it's going to make 3rd down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know 3rd down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Fans are bringing the noise on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold it. Open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it. Open.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. lost. The defense is wide open.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it's still a positive game.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. He wants it all. Touchdown, LSU! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you've played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
And the Gamecocks want to move quickly. From the gun, running back on the move. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. To throw, it's Sellers. Throws to the wideout. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Gamecocks are on the move. He'll pull it on the read. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Offense, quick tempo. Give to the single back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Made a little something out of that run. He picked up a couple down to the 14. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, running back gets to give. They knock him down after a pickup of 4. Ball is at the 9-yard line. It's 3rd down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes in the first half. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. He got it. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive. Really.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
At the 40, there he goes. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. He wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Good timing on the quick out. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Lacey. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. They'll throw it from the red zone. They're bringing heat. Soft spot in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. And he'll try to knock it through from 33 yards out. Never a doubt. And the 3 ball locks us up as we get closer to the half. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Arkansas State is getting handled right now at home. Someone needs to step in here, throw in the towel, and stop this fight. They're trailing by 14 to Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. Makes his connection. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Finds the tight end. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And a really competitive game so far. I'm talking razor-thin margins in the big statistical categories. And while it may be a broken record, turnovers are the name of the game. The team that limits them, the ones that win that turnover margin, generally speaking, are the ones that have the best chance to get that done. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. The Gamecocks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back. Out process, and now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
He wants to take the top off. He's got it on the right. Open runway ahead. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
I love it. The offense being aggressive. They're taking a shot. Good job by the QB getting a lot of air under that ball. And how about the receiver and his ability?
Touchdown, Tigers! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score LSU 17, South Carolina 10.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies here, and he stopped from getting the first down.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Third down coming up.
And the Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Sanders. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Looking for a gap. It's Sanders. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain.
We love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. And after putting an earlier field goal up, they'll try it again, this time a 45-yarder. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback strolling away from Heat. He'll try to do it himself. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Hold it.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. You go for it here on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Tigers are moving quickly down the field. They'll keep it on the ground. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Give to the running back. Shakes off the defender. And the ball's on the ground. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. The offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Delivers the contact. Still running at the 40.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Grab behind the line. It's Jacobs. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Gamecocks are in the hurry-up. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On second down, looking to throw. Fires into traffic, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the move, it's Durham. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Looking deep down the right side. Grabs it inside the 15. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown LSU! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. Well, I'm not sure who was closer to the receiver there, the defensive backs or us here in the booth.
That was great execution on offense. Receiver wins the route one-on-one, shows off his speed, gets himself wide open. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that. Nice job.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Pinned back in their own end, a third and short from the 16. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jacobs. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Gamecocks will have it 1st and 10. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
The #1 goal for this defense coming into this game was shut this running back down. And I got to be honest, there were a lot of people on the outside didn't think they could get it done, but they're proving everybody wrong. Tremendous effort. They're playing with a chip on their shoulder. This guy's one of the best in the nation. He's had zero impact in this game.
They're going to try to throw for it on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. They'll run for it on 4th down. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
How nice is it to have a running back with this guy's skill set, right? That's not a guaranteed gimme 4th down conversion either, but still, they trust in him to find the crease and keep this drive alive.
Now after the short completion, it's 2nd down.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Going deep. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. A strike downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. To the air. It's Nussmeier. He uncorks one deep. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there, ready to fire from the pistol. They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
This is a big pressure moment for the offense, too, because they've got the lead, but it's now 3rd down on their own side of the field. They would love nothing more than to be able to convert this, stay on the field, keep leading the clock. But the defense, I'd expect them to bring pressure here, trying to force the ball out of the QB's hands quickly.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. Great contact on that ball as it just hangs up in the sky. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll throw it on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Jacobs. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
And that's a really good decision by the quarterback. Don't take the sack, throw the ball away. Now, listen, we can debate whether that was intentional grounding or not because he's still in the pocket. I'm not sure that that's not classified as grounding, but they didn't call it. So, you know what? Nice throwaway, QB.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught. But how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Finds his tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. He wants to throw it again. They're trying to get to him. And the pass falls harmlessly to the ground. We'll see if the laundry is as harmless. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Gamecocks have it with a 1st and goal. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Moves around to clear up the vision. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Now improvising. Give him 6 and give them a chance with the late touchdown still alive in this one.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We've got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stop? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands take. The ball squirts free. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? The offense starts with a short field. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. He's not afraid to go deep. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meat, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
South Carolina, 21.
Fielded in the end zone. It's McDowell. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. I know the situation looks bleak, but have we nothing if we don't? He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock. Line getting set on second down. Looking to throw, it's Sellers. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He'll take a shot. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season is over. This game wasn't for the national championship, but you wouldn't know that watching this winning team, David. Tremendous effort and tremendous execution.
I love competitive people. I love competitive coaches. I love competitive teams that they know that their job is to go out and get a W no matter where you play. You want to play in the parking lot? We'll go meet you. Great job of this team being ready, getting the W.
That's going to do it for us from here for